big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see Modesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Put numbers on the...
All right, Coach, thanks. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with Andrew Luck and the Indianapolis Colts. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Check out! 380! Begin! Trying right. He's coming! We got double up. Ranky. Switch gears. Sorry.
Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Good job.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Luck looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Mack. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve, and that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Watch out. Hey,
From the gun, here's Luck. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Jayon Brown with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will be blown dead right around the 25-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Squeeze, double. Let's go. Here we go. Three.
To throw Mariota. He's going to lose big-time yardage here, but it may not matter because a flag is down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's a 1st down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Mariota's throw on the money to Davis. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. That his first incompletion after a 4-for-4 start.
Yeah, but they shouldn't back off from what they're doing. I like the play calling right out of the gate. I like the tone that they're setting. Keep going in that direction.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Mariota gives to Henry. And some room to maneuver. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held them to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at them with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Throw it, Mariota. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Jonnu Smith, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point put through by Suckup, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come down.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Randy Gregory. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
He's crashing. He's checking crack. Sponge.
To throw is locked. Looking deep downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
He's checking.
A first down carry for Henry. And down inside the 15 he goes. First down, Titans, gain of 12. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing third down. Throwing is Mariota, and he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Jabal Sheard picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned teams down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right. 3 down, 3 down. Check, 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 check. Shift. Hey, check.
Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Check. Check out. On. Slam. 11B.
Out of the gun. Luck. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check 24. 58's the mark. 58. 3. Run. Whip. Watch the whip. Check. One.
Following the interception here, Mariota. Going deep here for Taylor. This is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Taywan Taylor, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On first down, it's Hines, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
I got one. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Show it up. Strong right. Shoot.
Going jet sweep, here's Campbell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at their 49-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Throwing on second down, Luck. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. First and 10.
Undercrunch. Switch it. Come on, switch it. 25, check 25.
A shotgun snap for Luck. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Monday. Hey, alert 3. Check. On. Hey, turn it up.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Ready. Strong right. Under 10. Kill. Ready. Switch.
And this Tennessee defense for the second straight play gets him behind the line. They're not messing around. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17, following the 2 negative plays.
Hey, I-7. 59, mark. Check. 59. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day. Go ahead. Watch the ship.
Now Luck going for it all. And that'll be incomplete. Now they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. You really can't see it in his legs. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard. That's about it. But as long as he's booting them the way he's booting them, keep going, big guy.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mariota over the middle. That's caught by Taylor. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Mariota now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Now Mariota throwing the out route incomplete. It's Walker. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
It's easy. It's coming again.
Out of bounds at the 50-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the third quarter. Let me spit this out. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Mariota now. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Walker. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To throw is Mariota. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
36. Where are they, team? Check 4. Where are they good?
3rd and short yardage. Mariota. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You're down on the scoreboard, and this is not what you want to see. 99 yards of field in front of you.
Man, it just shows how important a good punter can be and how that person can really help out a team. Guarantee you his agent can be taking that video clip in on the next contract negotiation, don't you think?
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. On the tackle, it was Dane Cruikshank.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
Check out 299.
left side by Hilton. T.Y. Hilton, nobody to beat. The 20, 10, touchdown Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, 97 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Kenny Moore that time there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Now here's a throw, and that's Taywan Taylor with it. 12 yards there and a first down.
That's good.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Mariota. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mariota. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
They'll run on first down. It's Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Henry. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see.
I got you. I got you. Kill. One.
On on third down, Mariota. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go. 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Andrew Luck, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago when he was comeback player of the year, and he needs another one right now if he wants a Colts victory.
Strong right. Pick the edge. Come. Hatch it. Watch it.
On 2nd and 10, Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a third time. Picked by Kevin Byard, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Escapes the sack. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Following the fumble recovery, here's Luck. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Check. 59. Hey, Alpha. Here I come. Mike 5'9". It's coming this way. Here we go. Watch the sink. Reppy. Check. Go ahead. 6 guys.
Back to the air. Luck on 2nd down. And this one complete, right side to Funchess. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll run with Matt. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly.
Derrick Henry all alone. He's at the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 12.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves him in pretty good shape. From the gun, here's Love. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Now a first down throw. Luck. He'll get this into the hands of Deion Kane. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
61, matchbox, lights. Hey, box drop. 12.
Here's Love. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. No. Off. Check. Crunch.
On 2nd and 12, Luck. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 22.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 45. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Mexico! Right, 40! Mexico!
On first down, it's Mack. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Luck punches with a catch over the middle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
To throw is Luck. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
We got this.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. From the red zone now, Luck. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Throwing again is Luck. And this is caught, so it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And the Titans are going to come up with it. And that should just about do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.